I feel like with tax, it's like the unsung hero. It's not very well understood. Most people don't know about it. They don't know that good strategy can save hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. But it's one of the key areas we look at because there's immediate ROI. And then you take the dollars that you then saved instead of going to Uncle Sam and you can compound it, right? Like I feel
Yes.
horrible for people that their net worth halved. They lost half of their net worth a couple years, a handful of years before they retire because they'll
Yep.
never get that
Yep.
back, right? But think about all the compound growth that you can get by capturing that tax, savings every single year for the rest of your life. And then let's throw 8%, 9%, 10% on it. And
Yep.
inside of a tax-free growth vehicle where it really compounds.
Well, and here's my goal. I want to go through the tax gate one time and I never want to go through it again. So, for example, life insurance. Everyone historically has said life insurance is a terrible place to put your money. No, it's not. It's a really good place. Pay the tax. For example, when I sat in the mastermind, one of the first things that we did is I've used cash value life insurance in my own personal plan for a long time, far before I joined the mastermind. The first person that I met that had cash value life insurance, he beat me on a real estate deal. The business owner was selling his business because he was in a divorce, and it was a commercial building worth $3 million, and he was fire selling it at 50% discount for 1.5 million. My
Wow.
brother and I thought we had the first position on the contract, and because the environmental piece is on the commercial piece, we wanted to be able to do some due diligence. Well, we get a call from the agent, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, someone came in and they bought it and closed on it in 2 days." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Wow.
So one of my core philosophies is I'm either winning or I'm learning. In this case, I'm learning. Okay, so I took this gentleman out to lunch and I said, "Hey, I couldn't even pull a title report, let alone get my financing in place in 2 days. How did you do that?" And he said, "Well, my grandpa started something, my dad continued it, and now I manage $40 million in cash value in our family's life insurance contracts."
Wow.
And I was
That's
like, "You have
incredible.
what?" Because I had always heard buy term and invest the difference at that point,
Right.
right? And
Right.
he
That's what the
ended up,
pundits say.
yes, he ended up buying that for 1.7 million. And he turned around a year and a day later and sold it for 3.4 million. And I that started my journey on understanding, well, it can't be trash value life. There's got to be some value there, and it's contractual. If you take life insurance from the cash value side and you think about it from a structure, what you're doing is you're taking after tax income, you're putting it into an environment that then becomes tax free forever, as long as that's managed correctly. And you know that's uh, um, that's a powerful step. I added more in the mastermind. I added more from what we've learned. I'm adding more. You look at Bain Capital, you look at McKinsey, and some of these people that are using private placement life insurance to just grow and get bigger. These are areas that are very powerful. Now imagine your income stream coming out of those contracts later on 100% tax free because of the structure that you can pull out of. Now there's no tax on Social Security. Now there's not any tax because you've transferred it over from the structure collector, getting out of your 401ks and IRAs and getting that into the life insurance or doing Roth conversions, whichever way. Powerful strategies that add up to multipliers of wealth that are far more important than just the rate of return that you're getting.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you mentioned private placement life insurance. There is no single greater um, wealth building, tax mitigating tool that exists than private placement life insurance, often
Yep.
abbreviated PPLI. Like that is the single greatest tool that the wealthy use to grow wealth, to really, I mean, using insurance products, a life insurance product, these have this really special capabilities and characteristics where you have tax-free growth, tax-free death benefit, and tax-free distribution. And it's really the only thing out there that can do that. So it's a tax mitigation play that compounds wealth quickly, but it does so in a pretty rapid rate. So you're basically buying the cheapest amount of insurance, or the least amount that you have to be able to buy for it to count as an insurance product to get all the IRS laws that favor it, right? And then your money grows tax free inside of a vacuum. It's just an incredible strategy.
Well, and then add to that, Justin. I'm going to go back to that example of where we lost out on that commercial deal. People oftentimes, like in traditional whole life or index universal life, they'll say things like, well, yeah, but the rate of return is so low. I can go out and I can invest it in X investment. Well, think about the rate of return. I call it the internal rate of return. That's going to be, from 4 to 6% inside a whole life policy. But the external rate of return, being able to double use the asset, that investment return from 1.7 that he ended up paying for that and turning around and selling it a year later at 3.4 million, then being able to do a 1031 exchange and continue to build his real estate portfolio as well, that creates passive income that flows through as now it's not earned income. It's the greatest wealth generator that you can have out there, yet so many people completely miss it because they're part of the 95%. They're
That's right.
go to college, get a good job, invest in a 401k. Folks, in 2023, that's not going to make it if you're looking at a longevity and healthy, abundant retirement. It's not going to happen.